morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Morning Coffee Talks. I got a confession, man. Well, let me start off by saying this. I hope that you guys are having a terrific Tuesday. I know some of you guys are getting into your week. Hopefully that this winter storm isn't affecting you guys here in the southeast. But if it is, stay bundled up, stay warm, and we'll make it through. It's only showing that it's only supposed to be a day or two potentially, so we'll see. Anyway, out the way, I have a confession, man. And many of you guys know who've been watching my videos from the jump. I've always been honest. I've always been raw with you guys. Man, I'm gonna just say last week, man, I have not been on point. And I'm like, not disappointed in myself, man. Not angry, but I don't know the word for it, man. Not discouraged. Not discouraging myself. I am upset with myself. Upset. Reason being is, I think it's funny how, I get on here, guys, and, I give you guys the message of the day, things you guys can work on, which is honest and true, right? I think that I strayed away from my principles a little bit. And let me explain what I mean. I'm big on being consistent. I'm big on staying locked in on the main purpose of what you're doing for your goals and for my goals, right? When I started this journey, even before YouTube, my goal was to become the best version of myself, physically, mentally, and spiritually, right? And I feel like I'm locked in spiritually. However, for the last week, I don't know why I haven't been locked in physically. Like, I was doing so good, and I haven't obviously gained any weight, but I feel like last week, I was doing so good as far as being disciplined with my eating. And I don't know, something just kind of overcame me. I think I was at Publix and I got some chicken tenders or whatever. And that one thing, I think it was on a Friday, man. And I think maybe I didn't get enough sleep. I'm attempting to audit myself and see what happened. But that next day, that Saturday, which is my Friday of the week, I ended up eating a sausage or something. Got something else. But it was just junk food. It wasn't anything crazy, but still, it compounded, right? And I know those foods, even though they won't mess up my weight loss in a sense, but it would stall me. It would start to mess with my mind a little bit. And again, just messing up my progress, man. And then it starts to seep into other things, right? It starts to make you lazy because the type of food that you enter in your system. And that's what I had noticed too earlier on my journey, how those different foods affect you mentally, not just physically, but mentally is the biggest thing. Which ultimately, if you're not on point with your mental and your physical, it starts to affect you spiritually, because you start to get that connection starts to get blurry, right? You start having the T-Mobile. Can you hear me now? Right? The line of connection gets distorted a little bit. And so this morning, even before I shot this video, I was like, man, I have to get locked back in. Because I missed a couple videos. I shot a video every day, right? That's on my schedule. But I'm supposed to be doing 2 videos a day. that was my goal, that I had been consistent with even before 2025. And I was like, 2025, man, I can start to crank up 3 videos a day. However, I have to keep the main thing, and what's priority for me, which is completing, or I'm saying not completing, but or I could say completing the first true checkpoint of my weight loss goal, which is getting to the weight I want to be at, right? And I'm right at 30 pounds away. I was 28 pounds away, but eating that crap, man. And I have a time frame for it, just based on what's healthy for me while I'm weight training and things like that. But man, I don't, like I said, I think it was the catalyst that kind of helped tip me over into kind of spiraling a little bit, or being straight a little bit, not spiraling, straight a little bit, was the lack of sleep and things of that matter. But this morning, I just sat down, man, for a second. I was like, I have to recommit to myself, man. I have to get back locked in to staying consistent, because one of the goals as well this year, as you know, is to be monetized, on YouTube. Also, I'm a month away from doing my Toastmaster speech. I have to get on top of that. It's basically written, but I haven't started practicing it because I'm supposed to do it without paper. It's one thing to read it. That's nothing. I can do that in a couple days, study it. As far as reading it over and over, make sure I'm on point with my cues and how I want to deliver it. But reading it without paper, you have to be on point, and I have to get on that. So it's just a few things, man, that somehow I have allowed myself, and I know why. It's coming to me now as I'm speaking to you guys. But it's got to start with locking back in on my nutrition, because just controlling that part of my eating. The part I'm no longer that version of myself that would just give up, right? It's not that, but I'm to the point now where I know how it affects my body and my mind. So controlling that aspect of staying conscious consistently, right? Putting in the work every day. Like, I meal prep yesterday, so that's gonna help a lot. And then just getting back to locked in on what I consume as well. I had TikTok reinstalled. I go on these binges when I just, not binges. What's the word for it? I go on these hiatuses, right? Where I go like 30 days on, off, and I might go like a couple of days on. But I've had it on because I'm planning a vacation with my wife. For every year we do an international trip, and I've been using TikTok to search. But it just opened up so many doors. That's one thing, right? Because I don't have Instagram. Facebook is hidden on my phone. I check in for like not even 5 minutes just to see. Because a few things that's going on there. I got a high school reunion. Just keeping eyes on, make sure any updates on that. Different things. But even YouTube, I've allowed myself to get away from. I got to get back and listen to my positive podcasts and just different things. Anyway, it's just been a lot of little distractions out there in these streets, out here online, right? Just a few distractions, man. And I have to get back to filtering myself, right? Putting up walls around my consciousness and what I allow to be consumed internally. Type of music I'm listening to, right? I was at the gym. Obviously, they play rap, all different pop music, rap music, and just hearing the song, I was like, oh, okay, it's a rap song, because I really don't listen to rap music at all anymore. You'll hear it and stuff like that. I mean, it's just what it is. But I was like, oh, what is? I end up looking it up. Or again, I've been on TikTok, heard some nice beat. I was like, what's this song? I end up looking it up. Just like stuff like that, man. But this morning, this is what I was saying. This morning, I wrote down a new commitment to myself, man. and just I was looking for my why, right? I have a why. I have different notes in my phone, and I was like, where's my why to myself? You know, I couldn't find it. I seen my why for YouTube. I seen my why for like a few other things, but it was not this just solely why for myself. I know what it is in my heart, my spirit, my mind, right? But I needed to see it. I needed to see it because I needed to like just read it. I needed my eyes to connect to it. And so I didn't find, I'm like, damn. So I rewrote it. And it was just, I started writing it and it was kind of coming out in third person. But I was like, no, when I reread, I put it in first person. Like, not you, right? It was like, I need to do this. I need to do this. This is why I'm writing this note. This is why I'm recommitting to myself. And again, I know you guys like, dang, dude, it ain't even been a week. But everything count, man. It was honestly, it was just a few days that I was just not on point. But I felt myself teetering a little bit, just getting that comfort. I can't, man. And it's funny because I had a small conversation with my wife. It was on Sunday. And we were sitting in the car. And I told her, I was like, man, I need a shot of motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like a shot of adrenaline. I need a shot of motivation. Like I'm disciplined. And you know, we no one's perfect out here, right? Listen, you don't lose 70 pounds by not being disciplined. You don't lose 70 pounds by mistake or by luck, right? You have to be consistent all the time. And so obviously I'm on point, but you know, man, it's crazy how just little things can pull you back. It's a slippery slope. But yeah, man. Anyway, so I rewrote my why, and I'm gonna keep. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave it. I got it on my home screen. I'm gonna leave it fluid. I'm gonna check in with it for this entire week, and just add to it and add to it and add to it until it becomes my mantra, right? It becomes something I can just take with me at least till I get to my next goal of weight loss, because that needs to be priority. I know YouTube will happen and the time it needs to happen, right? And shout out to you guys, man, because I remember making that video for saying, thank you to my 150 subscribers. I'm at 171 now, and that was in less than a week. So I appreciate it, man. Like seriously, y'all understand? I appreciate it. And but I'm recommitted, man. I'm gonna get back consistent with uploading my 2 videos a day. Again, this is one, the early morning coffee talks. But, I know for the ones that care, I do the marriage news and stuff. The mornings are kind of the motivational, personal development. But I feel like I needed to make this with you guys, man. But I have to. I'm too close. I'm too close, man. And this is the part where you have to dig deep and just really push through to the finish line. This is like, you've been running this race, you starting to get thirsty, you starting to get a couple cramps in your leg, but you coming around that corner and you gotta make it. You gotta dig deep. No one's gonna come out the stands, or your coach not gonna come on the track and help pull you. You might not have a coach, you may not have nobody. So who's gonna help you get to the finish line but yourself? You can't count on your kids. You can't count on your wife. You can't count on your husband, whoever's watching this, right? You have to lock in and push through to finish this race, to get to this first goal that you want to do. You have to dig deep. But I think that if you recommit, and this was helping me, if you recommit to doing the things, the simple tasks, right? It's a game of inches. And this is me reminding myself to do the simple tasks every day, which is whatever goal and things to help you stay consistent. We got to get back to the basics because we're too close. We're too close, man. So that's my goal right now, is just to get back to the basics, get refocused and realign with the thing that matter, what the main goal is right now. And for me, I know what that is. So anyway, hopefully if you guys, again, we all have big goals in 2025. But it's you can get distracted quick, man. And I was definitely, like I said, for the last couple of days, maybe even right at a week, sometimes we stray a little bit, right? But it's a line chart, man. It's we're gonna have, it's gonna go up and down a little bit, but what we don't want to do is have a crash. And so just get back up, just get back up on the line chart and just attempt to stay consistent throughout the year. But I think, again, for me preaching to you guys, I don't know how I strayed a little bit, but it happens. But I'm back locked in, I'm back committed, and that's what it is. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. So I appreciate you guys listening in. Like I said, this is my confession to you. I'm always gonna be 100. I'm always gonna be raw, and just tell you when I start to even fall off a little bit, right? Not be on point a little bit, teeter a little bit, stray a little bit. But we human, but we're gonna make it. So anyway, I appreciate y'all listening. Drop a comment below. Subscribe to the Husband Code if it's your first time. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe. If you got any value from this video, hit the like button. Also hit the notification bell, because we are dropping videos still every day. And I will see y'all later tonight. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Yeah, have a great day. Peace.